We talk about this idea of sort of all the focus on luxury, on EVs and everything else, but kind of interesting to see that, apparently a lot of folks have gravitated back to just good old-fashioned, affordable, compact cars.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Romaine. I mean, I look at these sales results as like a cry for help from the U.S. consumer. Give me a car that I can actually afford. Average new car prices are still hovering, I think 47,000 around there. That's just not affordable for the average person. And we saw that in the results for the quarter. I mean, cars like the Honda Civic, the Honda CR-V, the Toyota Corolla, even GM, we think of them as ruling, pickup trucks and big, bulky SUVs, which didn't do as well. But they have this new Chevy Trax, which is around $20,000. It did great. So it's like, this is not something only the Asian car makers can do. I mean,
more than great, Scarlett. I mean, I think it was something like a six-fold jump in sales of the Chevy Trax. Meanwhile, those big, gigantic vehicles that,
the biggest SUVs, the most expensive
those
ones.
Tumbled,
Yeah, those didn't do so well. So, Gabby, the pandemic is long over. Production has normalized, which means inventories are for the most part replenished. What kind of incentives did car makers offer? I know that people were going to affordable cars, but they love their incentives.
Yes, I think, we are really seeing a shift from those pandemic times, as you mentioned, when incentives were hitting, they're almost non-existent. There were no sales to rental car companies. Now, like you said, production is normalizing. I guess incentives as a percentage of the sticker price that you get are inching up there. I think the automakers are still being fairly disciplined about it. They're not going crazy, but, we are seeing some of those deals, trying to helping to lower the financing costs, right? Because interest rates are really pinching people's wallets. So there are, and I would say also, after we saw so much price cutting on electric vehicles, Tesla slashed their prices on their cars last year. Ford did it with the Mustang Mach-E. So if there are deals to be had, especially if you want to lease an EV right now, that's probably one of the more affordable, payments you can get.